Hello guys, lots of you asked me about a Brawler guide after the Reaper guide for basic and endgame combat. So let's go into it. Let's start with the build. Brawler doesn't need that much crit at the moment, so I'm running with 154 with Mystic, so around 90-80 in the medium. Let's check out the rest. For the weapon I like to go double cooldown. So cooldown, rage against monsters, increase damage, and target with the most aggro towards you. With the boots is the usual, with the gloves is the usual, and I use generate 2% rage when rampage hits a target, which is OP as fuck. And because it lets you like spend half of the rage points when using rampage, it's very good. For the rest of the gear, I use power and crit factor on the brooch, endurance and HP on the brooch, on the earring, endurance and HP on the other earring, crit factor on the circlet, power on the necklace, power and crit factor on the rings, and power and crit factor on the belt. I have power 14 innerwear, because as I said, it doesn't need that much crit. Green crystal I use Whiffed, they're very good, it makes you go faster by 4%, which is a lot, even if it doesn't look like it. Crystals I use 4 RD for the armor, and 2 pounding, 1 focused and 1 wrathful for the weapon. If you're running with a higher team, like a much higher team, I suggest switching 1 pounding for a threatening, but if you're keeping the damage up, it's not gonna be a problem, especially if you choose a roll on the glyphs that I will show. Let's look at the glyphs. Somebody uses punch, the punch glyph, to get like attack speed, but I don't like it personally. Like as I wanted to say, this is my personal opinion, so don't take it as like the top brawler guide. Just follow it if you want. I use this one on counter, 60% chance to increase all skill damage by 25% for 6 seconds after you get a perfect defense, so if you if you block perfectly. Ground pounder I use generally only the rage, because it doesn't do that much damage, it's like a last resort thing. Bull rush cooldown. Bull rush is very important, even if it doesn't say in the skill. It gives you 50%, I don't know if it's a myth or not, gives you 50% damage reduction. High maker I use skill damage and triples the chance to crit. Roundhouse kick everything, increase damage for all skills by 15% for 4 seconds, increase crit rate, increase skill damage. Pile driver, the middle one, total damage by 30%, generates rage, the other ones are for PvP mostly. Jackhammer, everything, counter punch, everything, dashing strike, everything but the frontal defense. Provoke, I don't need the cooldown. Infuriate, you need the cooldown. High kick you don't use, flip kick doesn't matter. Rampage I use the damage, you don't need the HP, especially if you run slaying. Growing Fury I suggested this one, increase aggro by 20% if you don't feel like you can hold aggro that much, and increase power by 25 during the duration of effect, which is of PS flick. And the other ones are not really that much important, and apart from the dodge. Okay, let's start. What I suggest to use, if you have Abyssal, you stack up to 17 times before the fight, because mounting rage, the skill that you're gonna use before the fight, counts as a stack, so you start with 18 basically. What you want to do is your rotation, like it's basically like, apart from like the Lancer, like differently from the Lancer which empowers the team, you work on the boss as a brawler. So you use Jackhammer for shred and rhythmic blows for shred, for endurance shred. So your start of the fight, very important before that, you want to basically like cancel the animation of Maker with flying kick or with the block. So you can block the animation and save a second or so while doing damage. Your most important skills are Maker, Rampage, which you can't use without rage and without a target, flying kick, which I suggest using after another skill, and rhythmic blows. Jackhammer every 20 seconds for endurance shred, and that's mostly it. So what you want to do, mounting rage, divine wrath, Provoke, Growing Fury, Enrage, Jackhammer 8 stacks, and then you start ripping blows. 2 hits, broach, your full combo on roundhouse kick, 2 hits, full combo roundhouse kick, 2 hits, full combo roundhouse kick, 2 hits, 1 last hit, and then you go bananas. Then you go with Rampage, Counter Punch. As soon as you have the roundhouse kick available, you use that. You try to cycle between that combo, Rampage, Counter Punch, and everything. 1-inch punch is also important. So let's see the rotations that I use, the chains. Okay, for the chains what I use is chain skills. This is the most important one: roundhouse kick, dashing strike, A-make or A-maker, 1-inch punch or A-maker, flip kick, flying kick or pile driver or flying kick, jackhammer, 1-inch punch or pile driver or flip kick or flying kick, bull rush, flying kick or A-maker, dashing strike, 1-inch punch, A-maker or A-maker, and the rest is all that. It's very easy basically, like the repositioning is very easy with bull rush, with the dodge. You don't want to lose aggro. As soon as you lose aggro you provoke. That's mostly it for the brawler. If you have more questions you can ask in the comments and I will be sure to give you an answer. I hope this has been clear, and good luck with your hunting. Bye bye.